Italy, a land of wonders and timeless charm. Just hearing the name conjures sunshine, rolling Tuscan hills, and the magic of Venice's canals. Italy grabs your heart with its beauty and vibrant life. It's like an open-air museum where every corner tells a story. Walk where emperors once strolled, see art that changed the world, and imagine ancient stones whispering secrets. But Italy isn't just about the past. Modern Italy buzzes with energy, from Milan's fashion to lively piazzas filled with laughter. The aroma of espresso and fresh pasta fills the air, blending tradition with today's excitement. Join me as we journey through Italy's incredible story, meeting heroes, artists, and dreamers along the way. We'll uncover how Italy became the place we love. Fasten your seatbelts. This adventure is just beginning. Let's dive into the magic of Italy together. Before Rome, Italy was home to many different peoples, each with their own culture. The Etruscans, in what's now Tuscany, were skilled artists and engineers, building tombs and shaping early Italian life. Their love of music, feasting, and art influenced the Romans deeply. The Latins, simple farmers and herders, built villages on hilltops, one of which was Rome. Their language, Latin, would one day shape the world. In the south, Greeks founded colonies like Naples and Syracuse, bringing philosophy, art, and democracy. These early cultures mixed and mingled, creating a rich foundation for Rome's rise. The land was a crossroads of ideas and innovation. Each group left its mark, setting the stage for greatness. The story of Italy truly begins with these ancient peoples. Their legacy is woven into the fabric of Italy. Rome's story begins in the heart of Italy, as a tiny, unremarkable village perched on a cluster of hills beside the Tiber River. In these humble beginnings, surrounded by forests and marshes, few could have imagined the city's future greatness. According to legend, Rome was founded by twin brothers, Romulus and Remus, who were raised by a she-wolf after being abandoned as infants. Their tale of survival and rivalry became the city's first myth, symbolizing Rome's resilience and ambition. Over centuries, the village grew slowly, shaped by ambition, luck, and the determination of its people. Rome's location made it a crossroads for trade and ideas, setting it apart from its neighbors. Dissatisfied with the rule of kings, the Romans took a bold step. They overthrew their monarchs and established a republic. For the first time, ordinary citizens gained a voice in government, debating laws and electing leaders. This new system of shared power fueled Rome's rapid expansion. The Republic's armies marched outward, conquering neighboring lands and forging alliances, transforming Rome into a regional powerhouse. Rome's rise was not without struggle. The city fought fierce wars to defend and expand its territory, including the legendary Punic Wars against Carthage, a powerful rival across the sea. The world watched in awe as Hannibal, Carthage's greatest general, led his army and his war elephants across the snowy Alps to attack Rome. Against all odds, Rome endured, eventually defeating Carthage and claiming mastery over the Mediterranean. In the midst of this growing empire, a new leader emerged, Julius Caesar. Brilliant, ambitious, and charismatic, Caesar was both a masterful general and a shrewd politician. He led his legions to victory in Gaul, earning the undying loyalty of his soldiers and the admiration of the Roman people. His popularity soared as he brought wealth and glory back to Rome. But Caesar's growing power alarmed the Senate and Rome's traditional elite. They feared he would overturn the Republic and crown himself king, ending centuries of shared rule. In 44 BC, their fears drove them to a desperate act. On the Ides of March, Caesar was assassinated by a group of senators, plunging Rome into chaos and civil war. Caesar's death marked the end of the Republic. The old system crumbled, and Rome stood on the brink of a new era, one that would see it transformed from a republic into a mighty empire. The city's destiny was about to change forever, as new leaders rose to seize power and reshape Rome's future. From its humble beginnings as a village, Rome was now poised to rule vast territories, its influence stretching across continents. The world would never be the same. Rome's laws, language, and culture would echo through the ages, shaping civilizations far beyond its borders. Even today, the legacy of the Roman Republic endures, in our cities, our governments, and our imaginations. The echoes of Rome's rise still shape the world we know. After Caesar, Octavian, later Augustus, became Rome's first emperor, launching the Roman Empire. The Pax Romana brought 2 centuries of peace and prosperity. Romans built roads, aqueducts, and monuments like the Colosseum and Pantheon, wonders that still inspire awe. But even empires faced trouble. Civil wars, weak rulers, and economic struggles weakened Rome. Barbarian tribes pressed the borders, seeking new lands. The vast empire became too complex to manage. Eventually, Rome split into western and eastern halves. The Western Empire fell in 476 AD, but Roman ideas, laws, and language endured. The Eastern Empire, Byzantium, survived for centuries. Rome's legacy shaped Europe's future. Its influence is everywhere, in language, law, and architecture. The fall of Rome was not the end, but a new beginning. the echoes of empire still shape Italy today. Rome's story lives on. After the mighty Roman Empire collapsed, Italy splintered into a patchwork of kingdoms, duchies, and fiercely independent city-states. The once unified peninsula became a land of shifting borders and constant change, where local rulers and ambitious families vied for control over towns and regions. Among these, Venice, Florence, and Genoa emerged as dazzling centers of power. Their bustling ports and thriving markets made them hubs of trade, drawing merchants and travelers from across Europe and beyond. Each city developed its own unique identity, culture, and ambitions, fueling a spirit of rivalry that would shape the destiny of Italy. Competition between these city-states was fierce, sometimes erupting into open conflict. Yet this rivalry also sparked an incredible wave of creativity and innovation. Artists, architects, and thinkers flocked to these cities, eager to contribute to their growing prestige and wealth. At the heart of Italy, the Pope in Rome stood as both a spiritual shepherd and a political force. The papacy wielded immense influence, not only guiding the faith of millions but also shaping alliances, mediating disputes, and even commanding armies when needed. In quiet monasteries, monks worked tirelessly to preserve the wisdom of the ancient world. They copied manuscripts by hand, safeguarding knowledge that might otherwise have been lost, and played a crucial role in education and daily life. Across the countryside, knights patrolled the roads, castles dotted the hills, and markets bustled with merchants and farmers. Life was a tapestry of tradition and change, where old customs met new opportunities. Despite the constant divisions and rivalries, towns flourished. A new middle class of merchants, bankers, and artisans began to rise, bringing fresh energy and ambition to Italian society. In this fertile ground, the seeds of the Renaissance were quietly taking root. Artists sketched new visions, scholars rediscovered ancient texts, and gardens bloomed with the promise of change. Italy's city-states became vibrant laboratories for new ideas. Debates echoed in piazzas, workshops buzzed with invention, and libraries brimmed with eager students hungry for knowledge. The immense power of the church, combined with the growing wealth of the cities, created a unique environment. Here, faith and fortune intertwined, setting the stage for a cultural explosion unlike anything the world had seen. Medieval Italy was a land of contrasts, struggle and brilliance, conflict and cooperation. It was a place where battles raged but also where minds illuminated the darkness with new ideas. As the sun rose over Italy's cities, a sense of anticipation filled the air. People gathered in squares, sensing that something extraordinary was about to unfold. The world stood on the brink of a new era. Open gates welcomed travelers and thinkers, and inventions hinted at the wonders to come. Italy's next chapter would dazzle the world. The Renaissance was coming, a time of breathtaking art, revolutionary ideas, and a rebirth that would change history forever. The Renaissance, Italy's extraordinary gift to the world, was far more than just a period of history. It was a dazzling rebirth of art, science, and the human spirit, a time when creativity and curiosity flourished like never before. This era marked a turning point where the boundaries of what was possible were pushed and reimagined. It all began in the 1300s, as Italians looked back to the wisdom of ancient Greece and Rome. They rediscovered forgotten philosophies, artistic techniques, and scientific ideas, breathing new life into old knowledge and blending it with fresh inspiration. Visionary artists like Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Raphael emerged, creating masterpieces that continue to captivate and inspire us centuries later. Their works were not just beautiful, they were revolutionary, setting new standards for artistic achievement. Through their paintings and sculptures, they celebrated the beauty, complexity, and potential of humanity. The human form was studied and depicted with unprecedented realism and emotion, reflecting a new appreciation for individual experience. Writers like Dante Alighieri, whose Divine Comedy explored the depths of the human soul, and thinkers like Galileo Galilei, who gazed at the stars and questioned the universe, challenged old beliefs, and sparked a wave of intellectual curiosity that would change the world. Behind this explosion of creativity stood powerful families, such as the Medici of Florence. Their wealth and patronage supported artists, architects, and scholars, turning the city into a vibrant center of innovation and culture. Florence, with its magnificent cathedrals, bustling markets, and lively streets, became the very cradle of the Renaissance, a place where ideas and talent flourished side by side. New techniques in art, such as perspective and anatomical study, transformed how people saw and represented the world. In science, early inventions and careful observation led to discoveries that would lay the groundwork for modern knowledge. The Renaissance encouraged people to think critically, to question, to experiment, and to innovate. It was a time when learning was celebrated, and the pursuit of knowledge became a noble endeavor. The ideas born in Italy did not stay within its borders. They spread across Europe, influencing artists, scientists, and thinkers everywhere, and helping to shape the modern age we live in today. Italy's cities buzzed with energy, discovery, and the excitement of new possibilities. Workshops, studios, and marketplaces became hubs of creativity and exchange. The Renaissance transformed not just Italy but the entire course of civilization. Its achievements in art, science, literature, and philosophy continue to inspire and influence the world. Its legacy is everywhere. In the masterpieces we admire, the scientific principles we rely on, and the very way we think about ourselves and our place in the universe. Italy's brilliance, born in the Renaissance, truly lit up the world, leaving a glow that still shines today. Even after the Renaissance, Italy remained divided, a patchwork of kingdoms and city-states. Foreign powers like Spain, France, and Austria fought for control. Italians longed for unity and freedom. The Risorgimento, or Resurgence, was born, a movement to unite Italy. Patriots like Mazzini, Cavour, and Garibaldi led the charge. Secret societies plotted, and daring campaigns inspired millions. In 1861, the Kingdom of Italy was proclaimed, with Victor Emmanuel II as king. Rome became the capital a decade later. Uniting Italy was just the beginning. North and South were very different and challenges remained. Economic struggles and social unrest tested the new nation. But the dream of unity endured. Italy's journey to nationhood was hard-won. The struggle shaped its identity. Building a united Italy would take time and determination. The 20th century brought hardship and change to Italy. Poverty and unrest led many Italians to seek new lives abroad. World War I brought suffering and disappointment. In the chaos, Mussolini and the fascists seized power, promising strength but delivering dictatorship. Mussolini's alliance with Nazi Germany dragged Italy into World War II with devastating consequences. The country became a battlefield, and many Italians resisted fascism. After the war, Italians voted to abolish the monarchy in 1946. Italy became a republic, embracing democracy and hope. The task of rebuilding was immense. Italians longed for peace, prosperity, and a fresh start. The Republic marked a new chapter in Italy's story. The scars of war ran deep, but resilience prevailed. Italy's spirit endured through adversity. A new era was beginning. Post-war Italy experienced an economic miracle in the 1950s and 60s. Industries boomed. Fiat cars, Vespa scooters, and Italian design became global icons. Millions moved to cities, transforming Italy into a modern nation. Milan emerged as a fashion capital, and Italian food won hearts worldwide. Italian cinema, luxury cars, and creativity dazzled the world. La dolce vita, the sweet life, became a way of living, celebrating beauty, family, and joy. Italians embraced simple pleasures and resilience in the face of challenges. Today, Italy's influence is everywhere, from art to cuisine, fashion to engineering. Its story is one of struggle, creativity, and reinvention. From ancient tribes to a modern republic, Italy's journey is remarkable. The past is always present, inviting exploration. Italy's spirit shines through its people and culture. There's always more to discover in this extraordinary country. The adventure of Italy never ends.